What's up guys, I'm here today with my review for Naruto episode 353 as well as 354. Now since both of these episodes came out on the same day, basically like a freaking movie, but it was a bit enjoyable. I did like it. In 53 I'll do that first, but it was when Kakashi just came into there, that just like he was there on demand to like stop Orochimaru, and then Yamato, he had to help Orochimaru, so you can see where that kind of worked out, and you see how that guy, he went into Kakashi's body and just just messed him up inside. He couldn't do nothing. He couldn't fight it or nothing. He was just destroying him from the inside, and he could not get up at all. And then until Yamato threatened to kill them both, that was just messed up. Yamato is just, or Kinoe, or Kinoe, yeah, Kinoe is just so weird, man. But yeah, he did end up telling him that he has to stop Orochimaru because Yamato doesn't want to be a traitor. I mean, like, of course he wants to protect that girl who he has. He wants to be around. As he said life is so much easier with two. With one, you just don't feel like living or something like that. And then them having a fun time in the village, her actually getting out into the world for the first time in forever, or if she ever been outside, wanting to know everything. She kept eating and eating and eating and everything, and then like Yamato was kind of not feeling lonely anymore. He was feeling good. He's like, hey, life is so much better with two, and with one, you just can't have that much fun and everything. But Kakashi, he stayed true to his mission. He did not want Orochimaru to get out of the village, so he had to pursue them. And Yamato was like, no, I'm not letting this girl go. I'm not letting you take her. And I don't know why, but he said, he was like, hey, my mission is to let Orochimaru escape. Now, if you didn't want to be a traitor when you said it, then you're gonna say you want to do it, then it's confusing. You're putting the girl in danger because, her dad, and I'm gonna explain that fight. That fight was boss. Okay, I gotta say something about that. That fight was amazing. Like seeing Kakashi go head to head, go head to head with that guy. That was a pretty nice fight. How they used kunai and everything, and he was pretty tough to beat. That was a nice fight. I liked it. Until the guy, he has sad death. I mean, really, he just hey, I'm gonna transform into smoke and then watch the breeze just freaking kill me. That I don't know why, but I laughed at that because like, if he knew he was gonna die outside, why did you go outside? And it was windy too, and he just like he turned to smoke and then he just drifted off into the air and just died. That was the saddest death ever. That was made me laugh for some reason, but I feel bad about that. But it was it's whatever. So pretty much this episode was pretty solid. I liked it. It had some touching moments. It had some action, which was pretty good action. Seeing that guy fight, I love the animation. The animation of that fight with him and Kakashi just fighting with kunai and everything. It was a nice fight. I liked it. And even seeing a kind of brief fight between Kinoe and Kakashi when they were protecting that girl, and then the girl just ran away. Really. But that was in episode 354. So that episode was when Kakashi was chasing after them and everything, and Kinoe didn't want to let the girl go. He didn't want her to, he wanted to help out Orochimaru for some reason, some crazy reason, because he kept having these thoughts of back in that container whenever when I'm not really sure what that was. I'm not really sure if that was him and her. I think it was, but it's kind of confusing because it kept going back to that over and over again. And then when Kakashi was like on the Chidori or Lightning Blade, he had thoughts back to Rin whenever he Chidori'd Rin. I mean, like, that was bad. Like, just having the thought of almost Chidori'ing that girl was kind of like he couldn't do it. Then he ended up like freaking punching her or something like that. That was pretty sad to see, how that girl actually was like making him think of Rin whenever he Chidori'd him with her, and that kind of messed him up and everything. So after Kakashi, well, Yamato and Kakashi, they had their little fight, and then the girl Yukimi, she got away. She went to go give her life for Orochimaru. And whenever she got back to the village, I mean, she was just, man, this is what Kakashi wanted to do. Kakashi wanted to protect, well, not protect her, but get her away from Orochimaru. And getting her away from Orochimaru would actually help her because she was going to die anyway if Orochimaru got to her. And then she got to the village, and everyone in her village was dead because Orochimaru tried to see if their blood would work. But he said, hey, you weren't here, so I had to do something. So he ended up just trying to take their blood, trying to fix himself with their blood, and that didn't work out. So here comes the most pedophile thing ever. He ran after her. That was. Did anybody else notice this? I mean, like, she was like, no, or anything, and then dude was just like wounded, running after a little girl, trying to get her blood. And that was just the most weirdest thing. I was like, really? You got a freaking grown man chasing after this little kid for her blood? I mean, he chased her so far, he ran. He hauled ass over to that girl, and ended up, even wrapping that snake or his head around her to grab her. That was just weird. Now, I don't know. That was something. And then we had the whole, them actually finding Orochimaru. And Orochimaru has already extracted her blood and everything. And then, after that, they caught up to them. And then, by the time they did that, Orochimaru actually escaped due to the whole place collapsing due to Kashi's Chidori. And then the girl was dying because of the curse mark, and the only person who could release it was what's his face, Orochimaru. And without Orochimaru there, she was gonna die. So then here goes Yamato trying to save her, trying to block up all the holes, keep the smoke inside of his wood, and he just couldn't. And out of nowhere comes some mystical shit, like her family was just, hey, I'ma use smoke to make the tree a tree. Logic, right? But yeah, I was kind of confused about that. Her dad and everybody was like, hey, I'ma save her somehow. I'ma just turn this tree into a tree. Well, turn this wood outline of a tree into a tree. And then she was inside the tree, and now she's alive, and she walked off like, hey, I ain't afraid to go outside anymore. And yeah, she gonna look towards her future and everything. I wonder where she is now. I mean, like, why didn't he offer her to? No, never mind. They will do something to her, but like, I was kind of wondering, like, why didn't they offer her to, stay in the village or something like that? Cause she just walked off. Like, where is she going? I'm pretty sure she's dead now due to, probably turned to smoke at one point and got blown away like her dad. But it's whatever. So thank you guys for watching. These episodes were pretty interesting. Made me laugh. Made me feel for Kenohi. And it had a bit of awesome fight sequence. See how Orochimaru actually escaped. All because of Yamato. Why did he have to run with that girl? Anyways, I give 353 a 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. I like the fighting in it. And I give 354 a 7 out of 10 because Orochimaru just chasing after that little girl. Shame. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to thumbs up for Orochimaru for getting away like a boss, I think. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.